Hey everybody, Blaine here for Bridgeport Games, and if you've been following the channel for a long time, you probably know that I'm a huge fan of the Pokemon video game series. What you may not know is that I actually have a pretty sizable collection of the Pokemon video game. So for today's episode, I'm going to take you guys on a quick tour of my Pokemon video game collection that I have in my recording studio here, and I'm going to show you guys all the titles, how I have them stored, and some of the really cool and kind of unique items that I have. But before we get into that, if you guys want to like and subscribe to the channel, that would be a huge benefit to us because every single like, every single subscription helps us more than you guys could possibly imagine. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get started. Hey everybody, so here it is, my Pokemon collection of video games. So as you can see, there's a couple different layers of stuff going on here. So we're just going to go layer by layer, but real quick I want to cover what I have on top. So up on top I actually have a bunch of different Funko Pops. These are not all the Pokemon ones, there's actually some over here as well. Like we have Bulbasaur, some of the special limited edition Pikachus. What I do have on top is just Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, and for some reason a Flareon, because that was my first Evolution Funko Pop that I got. But the rest of them I just wanted to have the starters on top because I started with Kanto, and that's just kind of where I feel at home. So, alright, if I also come around back here, on the back I actually have an e-reader that's still sealed. I didn't really have anywhere else to put this, so I kind of just put it there because it's a little bulky relative to the actual item itself. Alright guys, so we look at the very top shelf of my collection here. There's a couple different things that are on the top shelf for a reason. So first off, we have 3 original Game Boys. They all work. They probably don't all have batteries at the moment, but they are here so I can play the original games as I want, things like that. Over here, I actually have 3 modded original DMG-001 Game Boys. So I backlit them and gave them a case to match the backlighting. The case is transparent, as you can see. And I gave them a special customized Pokemon screen on all 3 of them. This is the green one. This is the orange one. And of course, this is the yellow one. And real quick, to give you guys an idea, I'm going to take my copy of Pokemon Red. And I'm just going to put it in for you. And voila, we have a backlit Game Boy playing Pokemon Red. That was a really big project of mine that I was really happy to accomplish because I always love customizing these guys. So then I also have Detective Pikachu right in the middle here. He's the guardian of some of my coolest items I got. Now, on top up here, I just have a couple miscellaneous Pokemon games, some of the newer ones like Pokemon X and Y or Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Sun and Moon. So now as we go in on the top here, I actually have a couple different other things that I wanted to show you guys. So first up, I have an original Tiger Pokedex. Still works. I keep it up there just for the pure nostalgia of it because it is such a neat little thing to have, and it's so cool just to have as part of my collection. Also what I have here is Satoshi Tajiri's biography, released only in Japan. So what it is, it covers the majority of the life of Satoshi Tajiri as he went from, just a normal guy, kid collecting bugs, to becoming the head of the Pokemon franchise. And, it's very, very interesting because the book features a lot of his early design thoughts and shows a lot of beta Pokemon that we have actually covered on the channel. So it's really, really an awesome thing to have, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection. Alright, so now proceeding inward, I actually have custom cases for everything up into before they made DS cases. So what this actually is, these are custom DS-styled cases for everything from Pokemon Green all the way up to Pokemon Leaf Green. So I'm going to get these out of the way. It's just Smash because technically Pikachu's in it, so I have it for that reason. But if we take a look at one of these real quick, I'm just going to pull Pokemon Blue. As you can see, it's got the box art on there. It has the cover on the side stripe says Pokemon Blue, and the back cover art. And inside, this is just a loose copy of Pokemon Blue I have. It fits in there right the way a DS game would. Obviously, I don't have the manual for that one. We'll get to that in a minute. But we do have Pokemon Green, Red, in Japanese, then Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. I do want to show you guys the Japanese ones real quick. Pocket Monsters Red, and Pocket Monsters Green, with the original game just chilling inside like so. It is worth noting the original games didn't have the colored plastic in Japan the way they did in the US. A lot of people don't know that, and they think that automatically it would be colored, but it's not. So just a little neat little tidbit for you. And on the top over here, I just have some link cables, because you never know when I'm going to need to trade anybody in this world where most people don't have it. And then over here, I actually have a second copy of the Tajiri autobiography. When I bought it from Amazon Japan, they actually told me I'd only be getting one, but they accidentally sent me two, and I messaged them about it, and they told me to keep it, so I was pretty happy about that. And this actually is kind of a small little container here, but what this actually is, Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Gold, and Pokemon Silver. Oh, that's not Pokemon Silver. That's Pokemon Silver. And these 5 were actually my original games I had as a kid. Batteries have been replaced, so the save files are still intact. Using some of the equipment I have here, I was actually able to preserve the save file while changing the battery, which is actually quite difficult. So I was able to do that, and yeah, everything on the top shelf now you've seen. So we are going to go down to the next shelf. Okay, everybody, so now we're getting down to our second shelf here, and there is a lot to cover on here, just because it is a shelf that I have a lot of my more expensive and unique things, so let's jump right in. First and foremost, I actually have an Eon ticket. I actually got this from an original collector who had 35 of these sitting in his basement, so go figure. Right in the front here, I have a bunch of Game Boys. These are all Game Boy Advance SPs. Most of them, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but are the AGS 101 model. When you turn them on, they're actually backlit and not frontlit, so you get a much better overall picture quality compared to a lot of the normal ones that you would see. So on the shelf, I actually have an original Pikachu Game Boy Advance SP 101 in the original Pikachu shell. It has not been reshelled. I do over here have a Mario AGS 101 that I reshelled myself. It works fine. I just like to keep it in bags to keep dust off of them because they do tend to accumulate dust, and some of the more fancy ones I want to make sure don't get damaged. Over here I just have 6 Game Boy Colors. Yellow one, turquoise one, clear purple, and then 2 reds and a purple. Yeah, nothing really too fancy to say about these. Just, you know, your standard fare. And then over here, I have a boxed, complete, not sealed, but complete, Game Boy Advance Indigo model. And I also have a Japanese Pokemon Center exclusive Game Boy Color model that I did get from Pink Bunny Games out in Seattle. So shout outs to Kelsey there, who hooked me up with this one, so that was awesome. And of course, guys, no collection would be complete without the original Pokemon printer. I did actually get it for $20 because my original one broke. This one does work, but I did have to buy it secondhand, and here we have just another white Game Boy Advance. Alright, now that I cleared out some of the miscellaneous stuff, we can actually see the main meat and potatoes of this. These are some of my boxed and or sealed games. So, the couple of the really cool things I have here, Pocket Monsters Red and Green in the original box. They are complete on the inside as well, along with the original Pocket Monsters Blue, box complete, and Pocket Monsters Special Pikachu Edition, also known as Pocket Monsters Yellow, also complete. Now, kicking it over to the US side of things, obviously we don't have Pokemon Green, but we do have Pokemon Red, and of course, we have Pokemon Blue, the games that started it all, right? But they are both box complete. They are the original first edition release, where they have the white ESRB logos. I specifically wanted that in my collection. I wanted the earliest ones possible because those are the ones I had when I was a kid. We have a graded sealed Pokemon Yellow version. It is a VGA 80. I actually got this, it's the US release, but I got it from a lovely gentleman in Canada. And yeah, he had a bunch of different items that were sealed, but this is the one I couldn't pass up. It is in pretty pristine condition and is one of my cooler investment pieces here. I'm actually going to jump up to the new games real quick with these. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now these are actually Walmart exclusive editions. Now a lot of people don't really know why they were exclusive, but each Walmart only got like 2 of them. But what it is, it's a sealed copy of Heart Gold and Soul Silver on the inside, but it also comes with a special vinyl Pokewalker cover for the Pokewalker that was offered alongside the games. And also it comes in this long box and comes with a Ho-Oh or a Lugia figure, respectively, depending on which version you buy. In recent years, these have become almost impossible to find sealed. I actually was able to find them at 2 different conventions from 2 different people, so that was nothing short of a miracle. Here we have Japanese Pokemon Gold, and here we have an English copy of Pokemon Gold sealed, and then we also have a Japanese and English Pokemon Silver. Neither of them are sealed, they're both open, complete, but, you know, still very, very cool. And then we have box complete versions of English and Japanese Pokemon Crystal. Now, on top here are 2 special Lugia and Ho-Oh figures that were pre-order bonuses when you ordered Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And they're just the figurines that came with it. They're sort of the equivalent of these, but they are in their own packages. And then, of course, we have Ruby Sapphire in boxes. And Fire Red and Leaf Green in boxes. Both the version that include the link adapter. And last but certainly not least on the top here, we have the normal OG boxed versions of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They come with the Pokewalkers, obviously not the cases that these do, but they are box complete, not sealed, as a lot of my items are. Now, if you are a keen-eyed viewer, you will notice I am missing a boxed version of Pokemon Emerald. I did trade it to another collector for some of the pieces that we're going to see. Okay, so now as we move to our third shelf, we have a lot of stuff here that's just piled on piled, so I'm going to gradually start pulling stuff out to show you guys what I got. I do have a couple loose games whenever I get extra copies. This is just a Pokemon Stadium 2 I happen to have laying around, so it's pretty cool. I'm very happy to have that one. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have 2 copies of Pokemon Stadium sealed. It is the original Pokemon Stadium big box. It has the sticker on it, still sealed. It comes with a lot of really, really cool stuff inside. It's just really, really awesome to have. It does come, as you can see on top, with the transfer packs, so you could play with your Pokemon from Red, Blue, Yellow, etc. on here. They did release Pokemon Stadium in Japan, which we're going to cover in a moment, but it was a little bit different than the Pokemon Stadium we got in the US. But this one is just a really awesome one to have. I also have a boxed, not sealed copy of Pokemon Stadium 2. It is complete. As you can see, it added most of the gold and silver roster, so it's really, really, really cool. It's an awesome, awesome game to have in the collection. Now, as I was saying, in Japan, the way they configured this was a little bit different than how we got here in the US. So, we never got the Japanese equivalency of Pokemon Stadium 1. Pokemon Stadium 1 was released in Japan and had a very, very limited amount of Pokemon on it. But I did manage to get a recreation of it in a VHS style case. And that's what it looks like on the inside. Japanese Pokemon Stadium 2, which is this one, is what we did get in the US, and that became our Pokemon Stadium 1. Hope everybody's following. I know this can be complicated. But that's what their game looks like. And yeah, the cartridge art has Mewtwo, which is really, really awesome. And then, for good measure, just to complete the series, I actually have a Pokemon Stadium 2 case, but inside is Japanese Pokemon Stadium Gold and Silver. And then moving on, I have Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And then I actually have different copies of Pokemon Coliseum here. So I have Pokemon Coliseum, the normal one. But then I also have a couple copies of the Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc, which is how you get your Jirachi. Now this here is actually my own custom kind of case to hold this, but it is Japanese Pokemon Coliseum with their bonus disc, which gives out Celebes. Down here I have box copies of Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Puzzle League, one of my all-time favorite games I might add. Then we have Pokemon Pinball, boxed, not complete. Up here we actually have Japanese Pokemon Snap. It's not really rare or any different than ours, but I did pick it up at Pink Bunny Games, again, in Seattle, so I just kind of wanted to show that one off. Over here I have a custom case for Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. It's actually the sequel to Pokemon Pinball. And here I have a custom box case for the Pokemon trading card game. And I also have a cart and a box complete for the Japanese sequel. Now, moving on, guys, this is actually probably one of the rarest games I own. This is actually a sealed big box copy of Pokemon Box Ruby and Sapphire. Basically what this is, it's like an ancient ancestor to what Pokebank is nowadays, or Pokemon Home. So basically it was a way you could store all of your Pokemon on a GameCube game as opposed to on your Game Boy Advance cartridges. And basically it is just pretty much that. You can play some mini games, I believe, with your Pokemon, but it's really just a storage mechanism. Now, it was only sold at the Pokemon Center in New York City for a very limited time, so these are extremely expensive and extremely hard to find. I actually have not one, but 2 copies. This one does not have the big box, but it's the internal game that is open but still complete. And last but not least, on here we have a sealed copy of Hey You Pikachu, including the mic to talk to Pikachu. Alright guys, so now we're moving down to our 4th shelf out of 5, and as you can see I have some more games here. So first up is this massive box. This is actually called Pokemon Tretta. What this actually is, it's actually a way to connect to a Japanese sort of gambling arcade game, and you have a bunch of these like Pokemon cartridges that are loaded with different like Pokemon designs on them. It's really, really cool. It's actually kind of a hard game to find because it's pretty obscure, but it's really, really cool. It's one of the more obscure options out there, and I really wanted to get it for my collection. Then over here I have kind of just the rest of the kind of normal series of games. So I have the Pokemon Ranger games, Rumble Blast, Rumble World, Red Rescue Team, Blue Rescue Team, all 3 Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, Pokemon Conquest. These are pretty darn special, actually. I made these cases using Photoshop. And if you can see what these are actually distribution cartridges from GameStop. As you can see, this is a distribution cartridge for Meloetta. And I actually have 4 of them, so I have them for Meloetta, Keldeo, Celebi, and then Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina. Alright, so moving right along, I have Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, which is for Game Boy Color. It's very similar to Pokemon Puzzle League. I have Pokemon Trozei, Pokemon Dash, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates to Infinity, and Pokemon Art Academy. Then moving on to the Wii games we have Pokepark, Pikachu's Adventure, Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond, Pokemon Battle Revolution. I actually have 2 copies of Pokken Tournament, and then I have some of the Smash titles here, mainly because they do feature quite a number of Pokemon, so I decided to include that. So we do have Pokken Tournament, Super Smash Bros., Super Smash Bros. Melee, Smash for Wii U, Smash for the 3DS, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Pokken DX. Up here I actually have some fan games. I have Pokemon Dark Rising, Pokemon Snakewood, which is pretty cool. You can fight like zombie versions of Pokemon. And Pokemon Light Platinum version. And last but not least, I have these 3 titles over here. So I'm going to show you guys this one first. This is actually a Game Boy DS game that lets you learn how to play the Pokemon trading card game. It comes with Superior, Embor, and Samurott promo cards. And basically, yeah, it just teaches you how to play the Pokemon trading card game. It's not overly fancy, but it's just really, really cool. And last but not least, I have these. So these are Pokemon Typing Adventure. So what this actually is, if you've ever played Typing of the Dead, it's effectively a rail shooter where you catch Pokemon by typing their names. So the really neat feature is that this actually comes with a Bluetooth keyboard that will connect to your DS. And it comes with a stand for you to put your DS in so you can type. And what you do is, as a Pokemon comes up, you type their name, and if you type it correctly and quickly enough, you'll catch the Pokemon. The Japanese version featured a black keyboard, while the international release that was released primarily in like Italy and France and some other countries like that, this one from the UK came with a white keyboard. And moving right along to our bottom shelf here, this is where I kind of have some more of the obscure things that I have in my collection. I have another complete Game Boy. I have a Pokemon Tournament fighting pad for playing that game. But down here I have all 4 of the Game Boy Advance video Pokemon anime episodes. And last but not least, of course, I have the Sega Pico. So if you guys don't know what this is a children's learning video game that was released in Japan. There are 7 of them. I own 5. Basically what it is a kid's sort of book, and each page would have a mini game. Then when you put it in the system, it would bring up the game on your computer and you would interact with it that way to learn. Now these are extremely hard to find and extremely obscure. I do like them because they feature some art that you didn't really see anywhere else. Like here's Brock with a Latias. And yeah, it's just a really, really cool collectible to have. And yeah, these were actually, the reason they're so interesting is because all of those were official Pokemon games that were released by Sega. As you can see, Sega toys. Down here I also have the Nintendo 2DS, I have the Pikachu and Pokeball one. Still in the original box, still sealed, never opened. I also want to make special mention that I have 2 unique Pokemon systems. I have the special Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee edition on Nintendo Switch. And over here we have the special Pikachu Nintendo 64 featuring a Pikachu right on the top whose foot is the reset button and whose cheeks light up when you turn a game on. It's pretty awesome. There you go. There's my Pokemon video game collection. I'm super happy that I was able to share it with other people who love Pokemon as much as I do. It took me a while to put it together, but I'm so happy to have it as part of my collection and in my studio, where I make all of this amazing content that I'm able to deliver to all of our fans out there. So guys, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video today. It means so much to me that you guys were here. And if you guys like this kind of content, please make sure that you like the video and consider subscribing to the channel and joining the Bridge4 crew. We have new videos going up like this every single day of the week, and you don't want to miss it. So make sure that you hit the notification bell so you never miss even one episode. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much again for being here, and we will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.